Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with breaking news. Authorities are asking for your help in locating a 6-month-old boy abducted Saturday night in Columbia Falls, Montana, and may be headed for North Dakota. Officials say 20-year-old Andrew Warner and 19-year-old Haley Emerson abducted 6-month-old Lucas Warner Saturday afternoon. The Amber Alert says Andrew was bipolar and is off his medication. Now, authorities are searching for a 1990 to 2000 Chevy extended cab pickup with unknown license plates. Warner is described as white, 6 feet tall, 160 pounds with hazel eyes and blonde hair. Emerson is described as white, 5 feet tall, 159 pounds with green eyes and blonde hair. If you have any information, you're asked to call 911 or contact the number provided on our screen. A Fargo man is facing rape charges after an alleged incident back in January of 2019. Now, court documents state that Moorhead police officers spoke to the victim, saying that her and her roommates were hanging out with 3 males. As she went upstairs to sleep, 22-year-old James Murphy followed her upstairs. The victim states after the first time she woke up after feeling unusually sleepy, she saw a male undressing her. The second time she woke up, her clothes was off and 2 males were standing over her. The very next time, she found a used bloody condom on her bedroom floor. Documents show that Murphy's DNA was found on that same condom. She states that she did not give consent to this sexual act. Murphy is charged with 1 felony count of third-degree sexual conduct with an incapacitated victim. If convicted, Murphy could spend up to 15 years in prison. One man is facing DUI charges after emergency crews had to save a man trapped in a car dangling off the side of a bridge in Jamestown. It happened around 2:50 Sunday morning. Through an investigation, police believe the driver was going too fast and went across a median in multiple lanes of traffic, hit a concrete barrier, then pushed the concrete through the fence and into the river below. 5 firefighters were able to safely stabilize the car and get the driver out and taken to the hospital. The driver, 42-year-old Terrell Manuel Jr., now faces several charges. One man is warning his neighborhood after a doorbell camera caught car prowlers. The camera spotted this person around 4 a.m. on Monday, August 24th in the Village Green neighborhood. The homeowner says he saw 2 young males, both carrying backpacks and riding bikes in the neighborhood. The man says it's also a good reminder to lock your house and vehicles and make sure all valuables are put in a safe place. If you see anything suspicious, you're urged to call police. Well, we started with a little bit of sprinkles this morning, and I guess we should try to expect some sunny days, but it's not really looking like that right now. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good afternoon. It is improving. We do have some better weather than we started with. We had the fog, we had the thunderstorms that rolled through last night and this morning. And now, yes, there are some clouds hanging around Fargo, but overall, we're looking better. We're at 74 degrees. It's 77 in Grand Forks. Fergus Falls is at 75. Bemidji, lots of sun, 74, and Jamestown's at 72. So here's a look at that overview of what we're dealing with here. You can see some clouds more in the southern valley, basically that Highway 10, I-94 corridor, and points south where we're looking at more clouds, more blue sky up to the north. We'll get some sunshine in between, and that should help to warm us up as well here as we continue through the day today. Our temperatures, again, are warming up. We have one spot, Langdon, at 81 degrees. That's one of the areas that was dealing with fog earlier this morning. And check out our afternoon planner. A lot of us will get to that 80-degree mark here this afternoon, and we'll see more and more sunshine develop as well. But if you are in the south, especially closer to South Dakota or to the southeastern lakes country, that's where you're more likely going to see the clouds hanging around a little longer here heading into the afternoon. And maybe you're noticing a smoky haze in the sky. I'll explain what that is, and we'll talk more about that week ahead too, coming up in just a few moments.
We'll make sure to stay tuned in so we can know what that is. Thanks again, Lisa. Well, a boat crash on Otter Tail Lake leaves 1 man dead and another man in jail. It happened Saturday afternoon when authorities say 73-year-old Charles Gramniff struck a docked boat at a high rate of speed. Deputies say 52-year-old Neil Baker had just returned to his dock after he and several family members had been out on the water, that is. That is when authorities say Gramniff struck the parked boat. Baker and his wife were thrown from the boat into the water. Baker was pronounced dead on scene. Charles Gramniff was later arrested for criminal vehicular homicide. Well, let's take a look at the COVID-19 numbers. In Minnesota, the Department of Health is reporting 717 confirmed cases of COVID-19, along with 4 new deaths linked to the illness. In total, over 1,700 deaths have been attributed to the disease, while over 63,000 people are listed as recovered. In North Dakota, there are 127 new cases, along with 1 new death in the state. The death toll now sits at 137, and the active case count is up to 1,657. Children who are at least 12 years old should wear a face mask under the same conditions as adults. That's according to the latest guidance from the World Health Organization and UNICEF for kids in the use of face masks. The agencies say older children should wear masks when there is widespread transmission in the area, and if they cannot maintain at least 3 feet distance from others. And when it comes to kids between 6 to 11, the experts say the decision to use masks should be based on numerous factors. This includes if there is a widespread transmission, the ability of the child to safely use a mask, and the possible impact of wearing one on learning. Well, Tesla is asking the FCC for approval to market a short-range interactive motion sensing device that could help prevent children from being left in hot cars. Tesla wants to use millimeter wave radar technology to detect motion that can differentiate between a child and an object left on the seat. It would also more accurately determine when to engage seatbelt reminders. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says more than 50 children died when left behind in hot cars in both 2019 and 2018. Of those incidents, 54% occurred because someone forgot a child. Well, the Gulf Coast on edge today with 2 storms churning toward the shoreline. Marco has been downgraded to a still dangerous tropical storm, but now forecasters warn that Tropical Storm Laura could become a major hurricane by the time it reaches shore. Louisiana could get hit by both storms, and Jay Gray has the latest on preparations in New Orleans.
Hey there, look, we're on Bourbon Street. Normally there would be activity here. There always is. You hear music, there's an energy that's always not only here but across the French Quarter. That's gone right now. Preparations, they've been frankly patchwork, not only here in the French Quarter but across the city. This area here, they don't seem too worried, this business. Right next door, though, you've got a restaurant that is completely boarded up, and we're going to feel the effects of Marco within the next few hours here. Laura is still looming, and officials are really trying to get the attention, especially of those who plan to ride this out. Look, this has never happened, even in an area that is used to dealing with some pretty major storms, Katrina at the top of that list. They've never dealt with a back-to-back hit like this. So officials, again, telling people stay safe and really concerned about the second strike here, Laura. It could be a very powerful hurricane when it makes landfall.
We're going to get basically a right hook from Marco and then a left hook from Laura.
It is expected to be a Category 2, a very strong Category 2. There is definitely the possibility that it could be a little bit stronger and be a Category 3.
Now, look, a big issue is that the water that comes in with Marco over the next day or so won't be able to escape before you've got the effects of Laura moving in. So you're going to have that water piling up. Flooding is going to be a serious issue, not only at the strike point, but really on both sides of this system. It's a much larger storm and could cause some very significant problems. That's the latest from here in New Orleans. I'm Jay Gray.
Officials say it was 15 years ago this week that Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans and the surrounding area. More than 1,800 deaths have been blamed on that storm. Well, coming up at noon, one hospital is revolutionizing the way burn victims recover. And can we enjoy a warm afternoon without the rain? Well, weather up next to plan your day.